Folks, fellow Toastmasters, woe is us! Woe is us! It's an election year. Oh my gosh. I turn the television on and there's somebody going, he's a bad person, he's a bad person, he's a bad person. And then that commercial went off and guess what came on? It was some woman going, he's a bad person, or she's a bad person, or he's a bad person. Woe is us, it's another election year. Oh my God. What kind of mess is this? We have all kinds of problems in this country. What are we doing about it? Nothing. He's a bad person, he's a bad person. She's a bad person, she's a bad person. What are we doing, folks? This is based on a column written by a guy by the name of Charlie Reese, who worked for the Orlando Sentinel for a number of years. And he put it very succinctly. He said, there's 545 people in this country, 545 who are responsible for everything. 545 people. We spend over $4 trillion a year in this country. $4 trillion. There's almost 300 million of us. 300 million. And yet 545 of them do it all. How is that possible? Well, we've got, 432 congressmen. We have 100 senators. We have 7 Supreme Court justices, and we have a president of the United States. Those people, and those people alone, spend all of that money, make all of those policy decisions, and created this whole mess. And you know what? We give them the responsibility to fix it. But what are they doing? Nothing. You know, there's a lot of other people in this country that influence legislation. Lobbyists, rich people, conglomerations of other groups that petition for things. They have no power and no authority over those 545 people. None. They can hand them a lot of cash. They can kick them in the shin. They can pat them on the back. But they have no legal authority. It's those 545 people who are responsible to take care of everything, to spend every dime of that $4 trillion. Every last dime. So how do those 545 people get there? We decide. No, you decide. When you go to the voting booth, you decide who amongst us gets up there and gets to spend that money and to make all of that policy. 545 people out of 300 million. Do you think we could choose better? I vote in the primaries. I'm registered with a particular party. I vote in the primaries, and when I go to vote in the primaries, I make it a point to go down the line and I shake the hands and say hi to all of the poll workers because they're so lonely. No lie, honest truth, I have been in a polling booth where I went to vote at about 5:30 in the afternoon. I was the first one there that day. The first one that day. This is in a primary. Is that a bad thing? Yes! Where's the rest of you? Come on! If you don't want to vote for those 545 people, then you have no right to complain what they do. But I've got a better idea. We don't all like those 545 people because they're going, he's a bad person, he's a bad person, or she's a bad person, she's a bad person. You want to put a stop to that? Run yourself. Get up and run for Congress. Most congressmen are reelected. over and over and over again. Why? Because there's a recognizable name on the ballot. What's the matter with this picture? A lot. How do we fix it? How do we fix it, folks? I don't have all the answers. But go vote. Don't pay any attention to those people yelling at each other. When they say he's a bad person, say, well, okay, maybe he's got a better idea than you. What's your idea? Demand the answer from them, not just the accusation. And if you can't find somebody to do it, well then, by golly, do it yourself. We can all do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnie. Mr. Timer, if you please put 1 minute on the clock, I would appreciate it. Or 60 seconds. We can get that little ticking noise too, that'd be great. Fantastic job, Arnie. Always love hearing you speak.